Good morning. Buenos dias.
Buenos dias. Happy Shamanic Sundays to you, and welcome to all of our friends and family, our Shamanic Sundays community out there in the world. Thank you for being here. Gorgeous morning. We hope you're seeing some light and sunlight and feeling good this morning, wherever you are, or managing to find some light, whatever situation you're in. Buenos dias, Robin and Heather and Carly. So we gather here today because we're not getting married. That sounded like an introduction to a wedding. We're gathered here today to celebrate the wisdom, to honor the wisdom teachings that you have gained over the years, Dad, in your pioneering work with Indigenous elders who opened their hearts and homes and ways and teachings to you over the years, and our world needs their medicine and your medicine more than ever before. And so thank you for being a conduit. And in the spirit of sacred reciprocity, would you start us off with a morning prayer of gratitude?
Grace grows where gratitude flows.
Yes.
Grace grows where gratitude flows. So taking a moment just to drop into inner being and feel into what's true for you that you're thankful for about your life. Just kind of listen inside of yourself to see what comes into your awareness as you focus awareness or open awareness, attune awareness to what it is that you're thankful for in your life, about your life. And just take a moment to do that. Certainly thankful for this breath of life to you, Great Spirit, the gifts of creation. Thank you for Kimberly's vision to start this Shamanic Sundays, and to all the elders and ancestor spirits in the spirit world and still living. We remember you here. We make a home for you here. And ancestor spirits of the land where we live, we remember you here, honor your lives. Thank you for this day, this opportunity, this breath of life that flows into us and gives us and activates awareness and activates consciousness and gives us opportunity in being alive right now to open our hearts, our minds, our spirits, to connect with the creative wisdom power of the universe, universal life force, whatever you want to call that. That power, that creative wisdom power of the universe that creates and sustains the universe, breath by breath, moment to moment, here, now. Thank you for bringing us together today. Opportunity to open our awareness and connect, attune, and commune with you. Listen for your guidance about how to live our lives as best we can in alignment with our deepest values for fullest blossoming, greatest good, and for healing of the sacred hoop, healing of the violence and the fear that breeds violence, and the illusionary perception of separation that breeds fear. Healing of hearts, minds, bodies, spirits, and souls. Peace in the world, peace in our hearts, peace with justice for all beings. May it be so.
Oh, thank you.
Hi.
Thank you. So I got to meet Jean-Michel Cousteau yesterday, Jacques Cousteau's son, and his partner Nancy Nan Marr, and then also got to participate in an ocean blessing with Chumash elder Julie Tumane Stunsile. And Julie, my apologies if I mispronounced your name, but Nicole and I got to meet these really good healers in the world. We're supporting an event supporting their research and protection with the Ocean Futures Society, and the ocean always feels like, for me, like a womb we go back to. Like every time I get to go back in the ocean, it feels like I get to connect with our mother in such a deep way. And so it was I felt really grateful to be able to support their work. And they showed a video. Yeah, they showed a video talking about the whales, and they just opened up, I think it's the 9th whale protection habitat off the coast of Santa Barbara, here between California and the Channel Islands. And so these beautiful, majestic whales with their babies, and they were showing like how friendly they are with humans, and there's this one they call Scarlet that wants to connect with this one boat that they work from all the time, and sadly she's been hit by ship propellers, but she's survived, and she's thriving and doing good. Um, and then I also heard yesterday morning on a podcast with Sylvia Earle, another ocean protection advocate, about how manta rays, because we humans have such a tendency to not like think of animals as having, wanting to connect with us, or having as much emotion as us and things like that, right? In our anthropomorphic ways, and yet manta rays, they have found, can identify different human beings by making eye contact with them. Like they connect with human divers by eye contact. And if you cover the eyes of the different humans, then they can't tell the difference. So I don't know, that just felt like such a cool thing to me, learning that these animals, like by gazing into our eyes, can tell the difference between you or me or any other of us that might enter into their homes. So all this, whoops, I just realized, so all this had me thinking about how we hold on just a second. I just realized it was like just me on the camera, and I don't like that. So there we are. Got both of us back on. But anyways, thinking about allies, one of the I think the skills or powers, whatever you feel is the right word, that gets attributed to shamans often, is their ability to work with our allies in the world beyond the human level that most of us see with. So given that we all of us are so often challenged by different things in the world, together and as individuals, I thought it could be really helpful for you to talk for a few minutes on allies, the different kind of allies, and how we can use them. And then perhaps in our guided visualization this morning, you could take us on a little journey to reach out to either a power animal we already feel a connection with, or to open up if there's a new one we're supposed to learn from. So that was my long preamble today.
Bringing it, girl, bringing it.
Aloha.
Okay, mahalo.
Yeah.
So, well, power animals, the whole or allies, relationships with, let's call it non-human intelligence in whatever manifestation. Plant spirits, animal spirits, wind spirit, ocean spirit, spirit of Mother Ocean. What comes up for me initially is how in the Huichol tradition, the first shaman is Tatewari, spirit of the fire, and conscious, alive, and always communicating. And the human shaman, who looks like they're leading the ceremony, is actually um, listening for the guidance of what to do and say and um, facilitate in the ceremony to the sacred fire, Tatewari, grandfather fire spirit, the guidance. And the intermediary for that is the deer spirit, Kayamari. Kayamari has that attunement with Tatewari, the sacred fire spirit, grandfather fire, and listens and gets that information, and relays it to the human shaman. And so Kayamari, deer spirit, is that intermediary between the worlds, you might say, providing help and guidance. And my first vision quest, even before I knew of the Huichols, almost 50 years ago, 51 years ago, the power animal that came to me on that vision quest, my first power animal, was the deer. And I was very grateful to receive its guidance and blessings and support and company as night fell at first night alone and fasting up in the mountains, frightened frightened, almost doing a near panic state by roaming bears.
They can induce those panic states for sure.
And so the deer spirit came and helped me calm down and gave me strength and courage to work with their fears in a good way. And then many years later, that was 72, I think, 1981, when I went down to the first time into the Rancho of Huichol in mountains outside of Tepic, north central Mexico. And we went on the peyote pilgrimage to Uricuta, the Holy Land where the peyote grows. And we were out searching for that sacred medicine, guided by the shaman in a ceremonial way. And we couldn't, all the Huichols are finding peyote all over the place, and I couldn't find any. I just couldn't find any. Little kids were saying, here's some, and they're finding it all over. I couldn't find any, and so I felt like a failure. And then I realized and remembered that in the Huichol mythology, the peyote is actually the footprints of the deer, of Cayamari, the sacred deer spirit. And so what I realized I needed to do was before looking for the peyote, I needed to give thanks to Cayamari, the deer spirit, and send prayers for its life, and its people, and then ask it for help to try to find the medicine. And so I sang this song that I'd learned and been with the Huichols to give thanks to the deer spirit, Cayamari, and then when I finished that, with my eyes closed, I could see Cayamari's spirit come to me, and I could see it kind of dancing through the desert, and I could see its footprints, and this was with my eyes closed, and I felt joy. I said, okay, I can open my eyes now and go find that peyote, that sacred medicine, which is a sacrament used ceremonially to help the Huichol people find their lives, remember and wake up and remember their sacred being and connectedness with the Great Spirit. The wisdom, guidance, and power to live a good life. And so I opened my eyes, and I did not even have to stand up and go out and look further into the desert. There was peyote medicine already around me, right where I was sitting doing that prayer. So I just share with you those examples of my initiation to my first power animal, Cayamari, the deer spirit, and as with all power animal spirits, they all have their own medicine. And so it's important when they come to you, however they come to you, through a dream, a vision quest, a waking state, however they might come to you, to give thanks for they're coming to you, and genuine prayers from your heart for their lives and their families, because they're, like all life on Mother Earth, under threat. Protection prayers for their families, health and healing. And then to ask it, like I asked the deer spirit, for instance, when I'm driving somewhere, ask the deer spirit, I give thanks for it, and I ask it to go out in front of me, and with the buck's antlers, open up the doorway, so to speak, the space in front of me for a safe journey there, during, and returning home safely. And actually, with a whole bunch of members of my family, including you, Kimberly, traveling today and me tomorrow. Cayamari, go out. Thank you for your life and all that you do for this one, my family, the people. Protection prayers for your people, and pleased to go out in front of all of us traveling and open up the doorway to Nayarika for safe journeys there, during, and bringing through and getting good medicine and returning home safely. May it be so. So that's some background context for working with power animals and power spirits and power plants, allies, non-human intelligence. So do we have time for a visualization now?
Yeah, we absolutely do. Yeah. Thank
okay.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So let's notice how when we close our eyes, and my eyes have closed, you can bring your awareness to your eyelids and see if they might want to also close down over your eyes, and then that facilitates bringing vision inside. And I'm reminded of words of lame deer, Lakota medicine man in the spirit world, who said one of the things we need to learn how to do is see with our eyes closed. And so with our eyes closed, if you choose to do so, letting your eyelids just drop down over your eyes and a kind of relaxing breath out to drop in a little deeper. And with our eyes closed, we don't see objects. We don't see separation. There's just the dark background and light in whatever way you might see it, however you experience it. And there's no sense of separation. And in that awareness of no separation, we can open our understanding to, in the ancient language spoken in the Middle East, and prayers for healing, ceasefire and healing of the root causes of violence in the Middle East and throughout the world, healing in nonviolent ways, finding peaceful resolution in nonviolent ways to the conflicts that open the doorway to bring through fullest blossoming, greatest good, and creating the kind of world we're capable of creating, in which every child who's born is recognized as a sacred being, a sacred, worthy, luminous being of love, whose love is forgiving, and every child is given all the support they need to realize their highest potentials in this world, bringing through their gifts that they were brought to life to bring, to share with people, to enrich life, win-win world for all. The sacred language of the Middle East, the word Allah, which means sacred unity, opening our awareness to how in the deepest level of our being, beneath the physical manifestation of our bodies, to the life force within our bodies, deeper than our ego identification with our bodies and our ego stories, beneath all of that, to the energy level of our essence being, there's connectedness with all. There's no such thing as separation. Deepest level of our being, we're connected to the underlying, infinite, creating wisdom, power, energy of the universe. And through that connection, if you have a power animal, but you're already an ally with a spirit animal or a spirit plant, then you can open your awareness to connecting with it, calling it in now, and giving thanks for it, and praying for its families, and thanking it for its help to you. And if you don't have a ally relationship with a plant spirit or a animal spirit, then you can just open and focus attention, open mind, and focus the power of your attention, bring it down into your heart, your sincere desire to connect with an ally from the spirit world, a helping ally intelligence from the spirit world. And why? To help you strengthen your ability to polish up the star of dust that you are, to shine brighter the truth of who you are, a sacred, worthy, luminous being of love that is forgiving, to wake up, to wise up, and to walk your heart path to completion. So at the end of your life, whenever it might come, and may it come after long, healthy, and happy, and meaningful lives with a gentle, peaceful crossing, you can look back in your life and feel good about how you showed up to live it from your integrity. Not about perfection or trying to be perfect or comparing yourself to others, but instead alignment and attunement with your integrity, your authenticity, your soulfulness, your deeper being, living in harmony and balance, and trying to honor with each day you're given life to attune and connect with that deeper wisdom. And so you seek an ally from the spirit world to help you. Because I don't know about you, but I need all the help I can get. And so I spend a lot of time each morning giving thanks for all of my allies and sending, feeding them, you might say, with my appreciation. So when I call on them, different power spirits, animal spirits, helpers, allies, each has a different power, different medicine. When I call on it, and I'm in good relationship with it, because I'm not just asking for help, I've been feeding it every day, every morning. It comes and helps me. They come and help me in different ways with whatever need I'm asking for that their power of medicine is connected with. So you can just let that, kind of like you're planting a seed in the garden of seeking that intention to connect with a spirit ally. And it vibrates the web. It vibrates the web. So as a shaman I worked with in Peru many years ago said, it's already on its way. It's already written. It's already that spirit of power animal, power plant, spirit helper, ally from the spirit world. When it hears and feels the vibration of your sincerity, and then if it then and the sincerity that includes calling out to it and your desire for it, for relationship, that you're not just going to take, you're going to give an equal measure for what you're given, and you're truly going to be thankful for and pray for the family of that plant spirit ally or that animal plant spirit ally. So every day I give thanks for the Kayamari, the deer spirit, and pray for protection for its people, and health and wellness and happiness for its people. So when I come to it with a request, we're an intimate, connected, conscious relationship, and it's more likely to help me than if I haven't given it any gratitude or fed it, so to speak, with appreciation for months on end or years on end. And I come knocking on the door and asking for help, and it says, hey, Tomás who? I haven't seen you for a while. So keeping that daily connection going with appreciation and letting that spirit know that ally from the spirit world, if you have it or if you're calling it in, that should it come to you, you're going to make a good home for it in your life, and you are going to feed it with appreciation, and you are going to use what it gives you, because it'll teach you about its power if you're humble and receptive and you listen. You ask that spirit, as I've asked the deer spirit, what is the medicine you bring to me to help me in my life? And then I let go and meditative state and open, receptive, humble state, pay attention, and it comes through in my consciousness in one way or another. So giving thanks for the possibility that we have in this life of mystery, in this living in this sacred mystery of infinite potential. We have the ability, you might say God us given ability to connect with allies in the spirit world who have much to teach us in terms of how we can live our lives in a more truthful and honest and beautiful, fulfilling way. So making a good home to receive those spirits, from those helping spirits, making a good home for them, appreciation, respect, gratitude. And appreciation, respect, gratitude for the sacred mystery of this life that we're given to live, and with all its challenges in our personal lives and in the world right now, recognizing that we're not here by accident. And this great mystery of life, this vibrating purpose of the universe on the deepest level in which we're all connected, is for each life to be able to fulfill its highest potentials, realize its highest potentials. And just to open and feel into what would that look like in your own life, to realize and to experience the fruits and the gifts of your highest dreams and your highest potentials. What would that be like in your life? How would that feel like? And gratitude to the Great Spirit, the great mystery that does give us when we humbly come and request and seek to attune with allies from the spirit world to help us to walk our heart paths to completion, the fullest blossoming, greatest good. So in this life we can show up and be agents of conscious evolution. We can be channels for the healing light and love and creativity and deep inner peace and beauty and power that we are at the deepest levels of our being, expressions of the creative wisdom, power of the universe through us out into the larger hoop, our families, our communities, our work, our world, for the healing of the sacred hoop. Fullest blossoming, greatest good, creating a win-win-win, healthy, just, peaceful, beautiful, harmonious world for all beings. May it be so. Oh, Pumprios.
Hi.
Hey.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Uh,
Thank you.
yeah.
Um, Gosh, what did I want to say about that? Thank you.
I don't know. I want to say thanks to that grandfather spirit from the spirit world who came to you as a little girl when you were a very
Yeah.
little girl,
Yep.
remembering and honoring that grandfather spirit.
Yep. 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 I remember him well in his yeah, his feather headdress and his robes, and yeah. So I also just was thinking about how, the stewardship, of the animals and the plants that need our care. And so as much as they come to us to help us, we are here to help them too. And then feeling my own judgment around those who don't feel any connection with plants or animals beyond them being here for our use, instead of a mutual, part of an ecosystem, a family, really. And but then remembering that, what Jean-Michel Cousteau said yesterday. He made a comment about how don't point the finger at other people, because when you do, you have three fingers pointing back at you. Um, and that was a good, just I
Huh.
love that. So thinking about my own thoughts around that, and then wanting to thinking, oh, I wish I was like a scientist or a doctor, like a marine biologist, kind of ecologist, one of the naturalists, and then more judgment. And then I thought, I'm here with my own skills and gifts and reasons to
Oh,
be here. And so just wanted to share that, with each of you out there. Whatever judgments may come up, may you also just remember that, um, each of us brings our own gifts to this opportunity to heal, and as you say, Poppy, to shine up the stardust that we're all made of. So thank you again for today, and thank you all for being here, and to all the animal spirits who joined us in our visualization today. And I'm also reminded of, when you took Corbin and his buddies out for their first rite of passage when they were 10 years old, their 10-year-old little boy rite of passage. And one of the ceremonies you took them through was to a drumming experience, out on the mountain, to connect with their power animals. And one of the little boys was very upset afterwards because he did not get the power animal he wanted. And so just a reminder too, from that memory, if you didn't feel like you got what you wanted, you maybe got what you need, as Grandpa Ray used to say. So
hey.
lots of remembering today. So remembering each of you, thank you, and to your families and ancestors joining us here in many different ways, from, yeah, our hearts to yours. Have a good week ahead. We'll see you next Sunday for Shamanic Sundays, and please share with any of your friends or family that you think could benefit from this time. And I saw a question for next week about talking about animal spirit connections. So thank you for that, and see you soon.
Oh,
Okay. Mwah,
Echo.
mwah. Bye. Thank you all. Lots of love to you. Mwah.